Alright, Shalom. And all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the elders and apostles who taught us his truth. Peace, blessings to you brothers doing this work. Shalom to the elect. Alright. So this is a quick hitter. Probably want to, title it, roll with the punches, ultimately. But that's for really what the topic of discussion is. Alright, just rolling with the punches. Learning how to be adaptable. All right, learning how to roll with what life gives you. All right, because ultimately we know that we have no control over our own lives. We have very limited control over our lives. And there's a lot of things that happens in our lives that in the moment we might not be able to understand or grasp why this thing is happening, but it's the flesh in us, it's hard not to, get emotional. All right, it's hard not to feel emotions and, complain and bitch and, want to lash out or whatever. But just speaking from an experience standpoint, you got to learn to just kind of like realize that your problems are really insignificant. All right, just speaking from a general standpoint, but if you want to. Not if you want to, but speaking more so from a spiritual and from a scriptural standpoint, the scriptures say that light is our affliction, which worketh far more for us than than exceeding weight of glory of something of that man. I chopped it up, but the point really being that light is our affliction, right? And that this affliction that we go through works for our salvation ultimately, right? So the affliction that we go through now, on this side, one is light, right? It's the shit we go through, man, is really light work. All right, we don't really go through any traumatic experiences. Some of us do, but on a general standpoint, man, we don't really go through much, man. We have little financial troubles, little family, and whatever, little dumb shit, man. But ultimately, that affliction that we go through is what's building up our spiritual bank, and ultimately the affliction we go through is kind of like making little tiny investments. All right, outside of the sacrifices that we make on the side, those afflictions that we go through, every time we overcome those afflictions, right, and we do so in a right spirit, as the scriptures say in Sirach, it says whatever I believe it says whatever afflictions the Lord gives you, take cheerfully, right? Now, let's be real, right? You have to apply wisdom to that scripture, because you're not really going to be able to take affliction and getting tried in tribulation cheerfully, in a cheerful manner, right? But ultimately what the scripture is really implying, that when you're going through these things, you need to take it in a manner to where you like, what? I'm going to trust the Most High. It is what it is. I can't change it. And you move on. You face whatever consequence, you face whatever action that's happened, right? And then you just move on, man. If it happened, it happened. You can't dwell on it. You can't fix it. You can't change it. And like I said, I'm going through something similar myself, and I'm learning this, and it's a process. And not only am I going through it now, but it's a lot of things over the last few years that the Most High has been really enlightening me, and really showing me what really needs to be done, So at the end of the day, you have to really understand that the Most High has a plan for us, right? And the things that we go through are really insignificant. All right, our problems are really nothing. If you really want to apply comparison, compared to some people in the world, man, they're going through real life problems. But that's not the point. The point is, man, is to just roll with the punches, man. All right, roll with the punches. When you roll with the punches, the impact is less severe. All right, it's a literal statement. All right, it's a literal thing to roll with the punches. All right, when you roll with the punch, what happens is the impact does not hit you as much. Right, it kind of like the fist will touch your chin, but because you're rolling with the punch, you're reducing the impact by significantly. Depending on how you do it, you're reducing it by 60, 70, 80%, man. So the damage is done is very minimal. So when you learn to have that mentality of trusting in the Most High, right? Scriptures say that the things that are not seen is hope, ultimately, right? So you have to believe in what you cannot see. And then you also have to believe in what you can see, all right? So it's twofold. But when you roll with the punch, you severely minimize the damage and impact that's done. So when these things actually happen to you, when you have a mentality of knowing that shit can go wrong and that shit will go wrong, right? Because nothing in this world is going to go right 100 times, you know? You're going to lose, all right? You're going to win and you're going to lose, all right? You're going to take L's. It's inevitable, all right? So you have to understand. Once you understand that everything is not always going to go your way and that things are going to happen and things are going to be inconveniences and, you know, you're going to lose money and you're going to lose time and resources and jobs and people, whatever. When you understand these things, that's when you realize, like, you know what? When stuff happens, you're kind of like numb to it, man. So you feel it, you feel the punch, but it doesn't leave any pain because you're numb to it, man. Just like if you go to a dentist, the dentist will numb you, right? Because look at it like this: the injection, right, is when you first start going through shit, right? That's the injection. But then you learn to become numb to it, right? And now that numbness is that feeling that happens to where when you'll feel the sensation of you know, the dentist is you know, doing the thing on your teeth. You feel the sensation, but there's no pain behind it because you're numb to it. And let's apply that same concept to this truth and the things that we go through in this world. All right, we're numb to the fact that things are going to happen, inconveniences are going to happen. All right, we're going to take L's. All right, we got to look at things in a spiritual manner. All right, that's why the scriptures say when you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation and tribulation. All right, and whatsoever the Lord putteth upon you, take cheerfully. That's what it means. All right, that's what it means. It doesn't mean you have to be happy and delight and hope. You know, no. All right, it just means that when you go through these things, don't be in a woe is me spirit. All right, be in a spirit of trusting the Most High and just taking what comes your way and moving on, man. And when you do that, and you give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, all right, to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, when you do that, and you stay focused on the mission, and you keep pushing forward, and no matter what happens, you're still going to do you, right? You're still going to do this work. You're still going to grind, right? You're not going to let what happened, you know, kill your momentum or put your foot on the brake. No, you're going to keep that foot on the go, man. And you're going to keep moving forward. And when you do that, the Most High is going to bless you, man. You better believe the Most High is going to bless you. All right, ultimately in the kingdom, but hey, even in this world, man, the Lord will give you you'll take some L's, and then the Lord will send you W's, man. But those W's are gonna outweigh the L's, man. Ultimately in the kingdom, but even if you lose money on this side, man, the Most High gonna send a blessing. You're gonna, damn, yo, I lost all that bread, you know, back in November, but yo, this June I just came up on a brand new job where I'm making that same amount of money. I can make that same amount of money in a month, in 2 months, you know? Just looking at things like that. But yeah, I didn't want to make this too long. I kind of just wanted to share those words. Lord willing, they be encouraging and edifying, you know, and help anybody out who's listening to this. You know, may the Most High be with you. May the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua be with you. Till next time, shalom.